Yo, Kpaceguy here. What's going on YouTube? So today we're gonna talk about home theaters again. We have some late entries that I wanted to share. I have 3 different entries for you guys that I wanted to share for you guys. They're not in the running for the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. We're actually going to announce that winner in this video, but I didn't want to waste their time since they did send me some late entries. We're gonna go ahead and just share it with you, and we're gonna do something special for them. They did take the time to send their pictures for me. I do want to post them here on my channel, but we're gonna give them some kind of credit for their hard work. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go through very quickly these 3 different home theaters, and I'm gonna critique them. So this could be Kpaceguy critiques. So I'm gonna go through really quickly of their home theaters and say what I want to say. So let's get right into it. This first guy is Dark Moon. Dark Moon's home theater here, you can see on the screen. He's using an LG OLED B6 65-inch television, very familiar with LG OLEDs. He's using an NVIDIA Shield TV, an LG UBK90 Blu-ray player. For his receiver of choice, this is a Yamaha RX-A 2070, a focal area CC900 center channel. Flanking those are SVS PB2000 dual subwoofers. For his Atmos speakers, he's using SVS Prime Elevations. Klipsch RP240 surround sounds in the back. Klipsch R14M surround sounds as well. Acoustimax panel, Acoustimax panel, wow, I can't speak. Acoustimax panels and bass traps. Acoustic foam bass trap studio corner in the walls. Logitech 605 remote, a Furman PST 8D power conditioner. He says he also has 2 mains that he swaps from. He uses Klipsch RF7s and the Focal Aria 926. So that's really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and critique this home theater. First thing I want to say about this picture right off the bat is congratulations to you for utilizing a small room, because I've always had a small room myself with big sound, and it causes a lot of problems, but I really commend you on utilizing this small room. I do want to say a couple things though. As far as the acoustic panels, I wish they were a different color, just to pop off the wall. It's kind of a off-white on a white, and it kind of, I wish you kind of added black to that, because your speaker grills are black and things like that. It probably would have blended more in for speakers than trying to blend it in with the wall. I think that's really nice though, how you have it though. It's the best you could possibly do. As far as your surround back left speaker and your surround back right speaker, it looks to me, just by perspective of this picture, that your surround back left is more towards the couch than the surround back right. And I'm sure it's limitations because of that sliding glass door on your right. But bring that left speaker back. You probably can't now because it's already mounted to the wall. Don't want to add too many holes, but I wish you kind of would have done it that way, just to help your receiver out, because sometimes receivers don't get it right. You need to help your receiver get it correct as much as possible. I know it's going to add delay. It's going to change your sound levels. It's going to change your distance according to how you have it. But always try to help your receiver out as much as you can. Let me flip through some other pictures here. Let's see what else he has. Alright, this is a nice picture. He moved the couch out of the way for us. I like that rug that you have in there. Again, I would like the contrast against the walls and things. Your room is primarily a white room, white walls, white ceiling, white trim around the ceiling and the floor panels down there. Contrast that. Definitely contrast that. Put a black rug, maybe a red. Add some color to the room just to give things some pop. You have some wood grain speakers and nothing else in your living space is wood grain, so just nitpicking at this point. But I love the acoustic treatment that you put in there because it really helps the sound, especially because most of your room isn't treated. That's usually on the floor, that tile floor, super reflective. So I commend you on the treatment there. Let me look at one more picture here. So this is with the grills off. Of course, Klipsch is known for the grills. I like it with the grills on all your speakers. I wish you would put your grills on the height speakers as well, because it's more aesthetically pleasing in this room. You don't have a lot of Klipsch speakers in your room, so having the grills on really makes sense because nothing else has that copper look. You want to try to make your speakers look as uniform as possible. You don't really want to mix match speaker brands, but since you are, it's best to keep the grills on so they look more the same. So really nice home theater. I really like it. I bet it sounds fantastic. I love what you've done with the wall mounts and things like that. I see that you have a lot of wire treatment, so you're not seeing a bunch of wires running across the wall. Very clean setup. I bet this sounds amazing, man. Thank you, Dr. Moon. So this next late submission is from Aridia Sanderlin. He's running a Marantz SR6011. They're powering his front, center, surround, and front heights. And they're actually, excuse me, he's powering his front height surround and his front center with an Emotiva A700. That's a 7-channel, I think it's 110 watts times 7, I believe. It says he has the Definitive Technology 9030 towers and the Beta C250 center. He's using an SR9040 for surrounds and SGS prime elevations for his rear, surrounds, and front height. For his subwoofers of choice, he's using the Definitive Technology Pro Subs. Pro Sub 800s, power is controlled by Panamax MR5100. Panamax seems to be a very popular one that we were seeing in the other videos there from last week. He said, thanks to me, his receivers kept cool by Ace-Infinity Aircom T10. Well, thank you. I actually heard another person say that they found a T10 from me, so I'm glad I could help you guys out there. His DVD player is still a PS4, so he's still getting Blu-ray quality, not necessarily Atmos or anything yet. He's probably planning on upgrading soon. His setup is in a basement, and it's a multi-purpose room. That's super cool. I always wanted to have a house where I could completely change my basement into a super home theater, so I'm super jealous of you. Since he's saving up for a pair of SVS PV2000s, I'm gonna make a point right there. Go ahead and save up for the PV3000. Skip the 2000, go straight to a 3000. It has the new Bluetooth features, has a nice amp on the back, more power, not expensive. Definitely go for that instead. And he's replacing his center channel with the CS9060 to match the quality of sound in his fronts. So we'll go through some pictures here and see what we can say about it. Alright, so I do want to say one thing about this setup. I really wish that you had entered in last week, because this was probably going to be my favorite home theater. This one right here. And I think it really gave a run for the money of the guy who actually won this, which will be announced here in a little bit. I really wish that you were here for the giveaway, because you have some really nice stuff in here. But what I want to say for your home theater is really nitpicky, but I think it's really going to help you. First off, fantastic home theater. Giant TV there. The speakers are phenomenal. The posters, the movie posters are great, dude. And then I'm always a fan of mounting your television and then using the TV stand as a big center channel stand. I love that kind of look. And of course it's in a basement, so you just can't compete with a basement home theater. It's just that size and that space is amazing. That's gonna be my actual nitpick for you, is your size and your space. Getting a PB2000 is not going to justify that kind of space. That's a really big basement. I know you're not sitting that far away from the listening space, but you still want that room to be energized with sound. Definitely go and get the biggest subwoofer you can get. Use that room to its maximum ability. Use a subwoofer that's really going to fill up. You don't want the sound to be lost in that space. Secondly, because that room is so big, I would honestly kick out those both your Atmos speakers, left and right in the front, as well as your front left and right. I would stick those out much wider than they are. You have a long row of seating right across the front there, a long row of seats, and you really want to kick out those speakers. Why? You're probably gonna have a lot of people sitting in here every now and then, not just you, maybe family, friends, whatever you have going on. You want everybody to be immersed in the sound. And so the person who sits on the far left or the far right of the couch, all their sound's gonna be coming to one side of the room or on the other side of the room. You want them to be immersed as much as possible. So either kick out your speakers or move your couch to where most people are centered in the middle, so that not all of their sound's coming from one side of the room. Because for example, in this picture right here, if I sit right against the wall, my left speaker, the height left speaker, probably the surround back speakers, they're all on my right side. So everything that I hear is coming from the right side of the room. So I'm missing out on a lot of different immersion. Also, I would say if this is your home that you're keeping for a while, go ahead and get some in-ceiling speakers. If you're set with this setup and you're not gonna move it and not change it too much, definitely look into some in-ceiling speakers or some kind of mounting to get up over top of your head, because you have that space. Really utilize it. You may be sitting too far from the Atmos speakers based off this picture. too far from the Atmos speakers to really tell that they're Atmos opposed to height speakers. So there is a difference between a height speaker and an Atmos speaker. And you really can't tell a difference between the two if you're too far away. It just sounds like there's a wall of sound in front of you, but not really above you, if that makes any sense. But that's going to be my nitpicking. Use your space to your advantage. Get speakers that are going to fill up that space. Get subwoofers that are going to fill up that space. And then if you're going to have a lot of people in your listening space often, definitely kick out your speakers a little bit wider, or maybe move your couch so that more people are centered in the middle. But dude, fantastic, fantastic listening space. I would love to get my speakers in that size of a room, dude. That's amazing. So I really appreciate your entry, and I hope that I helped you out a little bit. So this one is a really unique home theater, and I think a lot of you guys are going to like it. This is more for the minimalistic kind of people who don't want big towers in their system, don't want to hang small satellites on the wall, get satellite stands, don't want to do any of that. Want to keep a clean face in the front of the room. You don't want to completely convert it to a home theater, but you want some good sound. This person right here has that down. Let me get the name for you. His name is on his email here. It's EG, so we'll just call him EG. But let me go ahead and read to you what he sent me. So he has a Denon AVR X8500H receiver. Again, a Panamax 5300 for the power conditioner. He's using an NVIDIA Shield as his media player. His Blu-ray is something he just grabbed for now. He's looking for the UB820 from Panasonic, but right now he's using the Philips BDP7502. It does have Dolby Atmos and Vision, so it's still pretty good. Of course, you want to upgrade to the best you can possibly get. He's using the Aircom T10 on top of his receiver to keep it cool. He's using the PS4 Pro for gaming. A BenQ gaming monitor, which is what I have, so I know you love that. He's using a super-sized Samsung QN-FN75 mounted with a Samsung no-gap wall mount. So that's pretty incredible. I'm going to read through here and make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. The left, front, and rights are the Edge series. So these are all in-wall speakers here. The center is an Access series. He says he's going to upgrade his Access to the Edge series. Let's see here. Atmos speakers are the IC series. His subwoofer is a Rhythmic FV18. So that's a huge subwoofer. And he's planning on upgrading to duals. So that's awesome. He said that one sub is beast, but of course, when you add a second sub, you're not adding a lot of bass, you're adding more even sound. So of course, you definitely want to go ahead and get two. So we'll talk about his home theater. It's going to be super hard to talk about his, but we're going to try it out. So here we go. So super hard to critique this. First, I want to say he is a working product right now. He's converting all this stuff into the way he wants it to be. So I really give you applause for going with the in-wall system. You don't really see that anymore. Most people don't have the means to do that, whether they're renting or they're in an apartment. You don't really see that anymore. I have a friend from back in the day in high school who had a home theater system all built into the wall, and it was really nice. But what I'm going to say for you is this is going to be tricky for you. There's some things that you kind of have to do in home theater to get the best sound. So being in wall, you're fixed at a certain degree. It's straight on. Everything's firing straight on. So you're really going to have to make sure that you're centered right in front of everything. So anybody else who's kind of off to the left or the right are going to suffer from that. But who cares about the people who are off to the left or the right? It's all about you. But a lot of things I'm seeing right now is I haven't seen any rugs, I don't think. Let me switch through some pictures here. I haven't seen any rug. There's no acoustic treatment, anything like that. I don't know if you're adding any, if you plan on adding any at all. But you're gonna have a lot of reflections on that nice hardwood floor. A lot of them. It's a sound killer in my opinion. If you ever walk into a large venue or room and you talk and you just hear yourself echo, and it's just a lot of reverberation. It's the same kind of thing whenever you're watching home theater. You don't want to hear your sound multiple times. It's how you lose your immersion. And it starts to sound tinny, your bass isn't very tight, things like that. You're going to get dual subwoofers, but they'll definitely benefit from some kind of treatment for sure, because all those reflections, nothing to trap that bass. You're just going to be all over the place. You're going to run into a problem with peaks and nulls, and you really can't move your couch or anything to compensate for that. So you're really going to be stuck in your position. So you're really going to want to put some treatment that's really going to help you keep that bass tight. So I'm looking through more of your pictures now. Let me switch to this other email that you sent me. He has quite a few pictures. Let me pull up the rest here for you. sent me quite a few pictures, so I want to make sure that I get them all up here and critique them all. So I want to say something about his gaming setup, just real quickly. Freaking awesome, dude. 4 monitors, you're overkill. If you play Xbox, add me. X versus X, let's play together, man. But let's talk about the actual equipment and where it's at. So I see you have the receiver, and then you have your air conditioner, and then you have your Panamax, and then you have your Blu-ray player, and then you have your TV box, and then you have your PS4. Let's try to get that clutter out of there. I see it's on like an old TV stand or something that you've taken out the shelves and stacked things in there. You worked really hard on making your home theater look the way it does. You went for the minimalistic look, in-wall speakers, you have a nice couch, nice hardwood floors, nice painting behind your head, really nice looking stuff. And then you have your nice equipment cluttered together. That receiver stacked on top of things like, or having things stacked on top of it is really gonna add some issues. I know that you have the cooling on there, but that cooling has nowhere to go. Okay, so even though you have you said the T10, even though you have an air comm on top of it, that air is still trapped inside of that cabinet because everything else that you have on top of it is exerting heat as well. Except the Blu-ray player. The Blu-ray player isn't going to give you any heat, but everything else that you have on top of it is giving heat. So that heat really isn't going anywhere. It's kind of just circulating within itself, going right back into the receiver. So I'm not sure how much benefit you're getting from that T10. But besides that, go ahead and clean up this area. Try to get a dedicated media rack off in the corner somewhere on the side wall. Get that media rack. It's really going to help you, one, get to your cables much easier. What happens if you want to change out your cables, or when you get that new subwoofer and you want to hook it up, things like that. You have to take off the receiver, you have to take off the Panamax, take off the T10, take off the DirecTV, take off the Philips Blu-ray player, just to get back there and plug in your subwoofer. It's super tedious, so if you can get a rack that you can get behind, that'll be perfect. I'm sure, based off this picture I can't tell, but I'm sure if you pull out that that cart you have on wheels, you can probably get to the back of it, I'm sure. But still, it's probably not cable managed. I bet it's not. So you definitely want to clean that up if you can. Let me pull up just a couple more pictures for you. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You really want to get that clutter together. I'm not really a fan of having all your system underneath your gaming monitor desk anyway. I kind of want that to be a separate entity from the rest of your house or rest of your listening space. Your gaming station should just be your gaming station. You should have all gaming stuff, your keyboard, your mouse, your headphone stand for your headphones, things like that. You definitely want to keep it that way. And then as far as your home theater, let that be a whole different separate part of the room. Let that be a separate part of the room there, because it's two different things. You want to have one experience on one side of the room and another experience on the other side. So try to put your media rack together. Definitely look at a media rack. They're pretty cheap nowadays. I think that would help you out a lot. But as far as everything else, dude, it's freaking amazing. I love the setup. I haven't seen a setup this clean in a long time. It makes me so jealous. So thank you so much for submitting your entry to me. I appreciate it. Alright guys, so we saw some nice home theaters. Thank you guys for the late entries. I'm sorry you couldn't be a part of the giveaway, but I wanted to showcase you guys anyway. So that was Kpaceguy critiques. I just critiqued what I saw just to help you guys out. You don't have to take my opinion whatsoever, just my opinion. But now, what you guys are waiting for, we're going to announce the winner of that giveaway. Last Monday, I asked you guys to, if I can get my camera to stay on focus, my guy. Let me just fix the focus. Alright, now that the focus is back together. Last Monday I asked you guys to go ahead and submit me your home theaters, and then I would have you guys vote on which one's the best one. So we're gonna announce which one you guys picked. I have the votes here, so we're gonna pop up on the screen each person's home theater: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. Alright, so coming in third place was C. Home theater C got third place, so congratulations, you got one vote from the comments. So very nice home theater. Here it is on the screen again if you guys forgot which one it was. Coming in second place, which was actually my favorite home theater. So you got 4 votes from the comments and 3 from me, so you got 7, which made it very close to the winner. So second place came in as G. G got second place with 7 votes, and I absolutely love this home theater, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. But the number 1 home theater, if you've been reading the comments, you guys probably have a really good idea. He won with 10 votes, and the other one, second place, was 7, so it came pretty close. And the winner for the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway is D. D wins the gift card. So Poe, you're the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card. Freaking amazing home theater. People really probably voted for you because of your projector. I don't think there was any other projection screen in the entries. We had a lot of really big televisions, but no projectors. So people probably fell for that just by itself. And I had a lot of people tell me they love your couch. So that's probably why you won. Congratulations, you have won your $25 gift card. Let me tell you the rules, of course, like I do in every giveaway. You have a week to see this video and get back to me on a way I can give you your gift card. I'm just gonna give you the code on the back of the card. So I'm not gonna leave it in a comment or anything, because obviously people can take it. So if you just email me again, say thank you so much for whatever you want to say to me, send me an email or send me an Instagram, whatever you want to do, and I'll leave you your code in the email or wherever you message me at. I'll leave it there for you to use as you choose. So congratulations for that. Let me go and tell you why I loved C or G more than D. Now, G was Cesar Argueda's home theater, and let me tell you why. This sun is blinding me to death. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you why I like G's better than D. And it's not because of the equipment or anything like that. It's more the aesthetics to me. For me, my home theater is in my living room, and I refuse to make my living room look more like a home theater than a living room. Again, you want people to come in and feel at home. Of course, your equipment is cool. Of course, you want to have a banging sound system. But I wanted to keep the living room aesthetics as normal. You know, like a cozy room where you can just sit down, relax, get away from the world, things like that. I wanted to look that way as well as feel that way. And so with D, you're smacked with a giant screen that you have to watch all the time. I didn't see a TV in there. If you have a TV, let me know, but I didn't see a TV. So you have to always look at your projector. You gotta fire up the projector, find something to watch. You gotta sit back and you gotta sit on these nice, they're nice seats, but I didn't see really any way to lay on them or anything like that. You always feel like you're in a movie theater, which is cool and not cool at the same time. Sometimes I just want to come home and just relax, you know, just kick off my shoes, lay back on the couch, on the couch, and just flip through channels, YouTube, whatever, and just relax for a little bit. But in his home theater, you always feel like you're in a home theater or in a movie theater. And I don't always like that feeling. Sometimes I don't even want to fire up the projector. Sometimes I don't want to listen to any sound. Sometimes I don't even turn on the sound system. But with him, you have to. It's either that or you're going to listen to a projector speaker. So you always have to turn on the sound system. You always have to feel like you're in a movie theater. And I don't necessarily want to have that feeling all the time. So with G, with Caesar's home theater, the aesthetics were nice. It wasn't too much. You had a giant television, which is really nice for that room. It really helps to comfort the room. Although the wood walls are really sound friendly, it's just really nice looking. It's something different. I really liked it. The speakers are phenomenal. I love them. I love the choice of keeping the grills on instead of off. Keeps that room looking, you know, tamed, I would say. As far as taking them off, it really clashes against the wood of the wall. The copper and the wood wouldn't look too good, so keeping them on was perfect. Had a little bit of acoustic treatment, but not a lot, just enough to get it done. I really appreciated that. Had you saw the feet in the picture, so it had the ottoman there just to keep back and relax. Just that's the kind of feel that I like in my home theater. So it's completely opinionated. I still love D's setup. I would love to have projector. I would love to have home theater seating and lighting and things like that. But I wouldn't want that in my living room. I would want that in another dedicated room. He's in an apartment though, just like me. So that's why I haven't gotten a projector. I haven't done anything like that. I'd rather keep it homey feel. And then when I get a bigger house or something like that, I can move my system to a dedicated room, a spare room or a basement, and have that room be my home theater room. So when I wanted that movie theater feel, I could go to that room. And when I wanted to just relax, maybe read or listen to music, I had my living room space. Especially if I was catering to somebody else who came in. People who don't like home theater come over all the time here, and they don't want to be smacked with a giant projector and looking like this. The projectors are big, and so when you're sitting too close, you really have to stretch your neck to look around the whole screen. So some people just want to relax and just, you know, wind down. And so that's why, in my opinion, I like G's better. It was just more homey feeling. As far as the home theater aspect, I loved D because of everything you had in it. The clips, the PB4000, the home theater projector screen, things like that. I love that. I really do love that. But again, you lose your home aesthetic whenever you start making everything catered around a movie theater, and that's why I had to go with G. So, guys, I really appreciate every entry that you gave me. I also have to shout out Super TA. He gave me a $50 donation from him, his daughter, and his daughter's boyfriend. I really appreciate that. it's in my bank account now, saving up for some cool products to review, so I really appreciate that. Les Matthews also sent me a $10, actually it was a $14 donation, sent me a $14 donation through PayPal as well to help me out with my channel. I really appreciate you guys. You don't have to do anything like that, but you did. I can't say thank you enough. I don't have a way of showing you how grateful I am, but believe me, my birthday was fantastic. I kept talking about my YouTube subscribers all day, just how good you guys are. I really appreciate all the help you guys have done. I really appreciate the donations, I really do. So I also appreciate all your submissions and all your entries, even the late entries. I'm really glad you guys still wanted me to come and critique your setups. I really appreciate that. Fantastic setups. You guys have given me so many ideas on my own now, so I really appreciate that, and I love the community that we've built. So guys, it's a really good thing going on here on this channel, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And YouTube's kind of weird. You're gonna have to push that bell too, because you'll miss notifications without it. So hit that bell too, because a lot of people were late to the submission because they weren't notified. So hit that bell and that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. What do you think about those other 3 setups that I showed you guys today? And leave a like. This video took a lot of time to make, so leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out.